They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Rebels offense will take the field first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position. And these are two of the best in the entire country.
The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The give to the back. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Grab near the sticks. It's Taylor. Spins away from Ryan. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Rebels are marching down the field. He leaves it with his back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go right back to the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. So Georgia's offense will have its first possession of the game. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to...
He's taking the shot. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Georgia!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. With the catch, it's Wallace. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Keeps it on the bootleg. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hobbs. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wallace. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. And he's brought down after a nice game. It's 1st down from the 11. The give to the back. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance. And this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Catch in the middle. It's Belt. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. They put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Now, last year, there were long stretches from which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help them the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Branch. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. He wants to change this route. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback moving. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, that's why that one fell incomplete.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where
Next going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Wallace. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Rush is on him. That's caught. It's Branch. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. That's caught. It's Branch. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Dogs have this offense rolling. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fakes to grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. On the run, it's Thomas. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Gives it on the option. Doing some serious work on the ground, out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Hauls it in. Touchdown, Rebels! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on it. Turning it on! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air, it's Stockton. Quick completion on the out. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Floating away. Unleashes one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Strickland. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. The short hands, it's Strickland. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Snagged in the middle, it's Young. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Breaks it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Branch.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This is a guy that can find you the 8 yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Caught over the middle. It's Bell. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's Stockton. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They give him the rock again on second and goal. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Miami had a dominant win The kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team.
They'll start this drive with a pass.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bell. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Caught near the sticks. It's Branch. Still running at the 40. Wide open spaces. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Rides the back and leaves him. Got enough for the first down. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown. Oh, miss. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets and the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
42, Ole Miss, 20.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. On the ground, it's Frazier. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, the ground game. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in cross-court. Touchdown, Georgia. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field. Down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finding an escape route. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Slings it downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Wallace. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Rebels have their offense in high gear.
Let's go.
Got it in the middle, it's right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Going with the ground game left. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got a man, it's Frazier. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots if I want to. I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football the whole play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
You know, and I think they were a nickel package right there. And I like that because you bring an extra DB on the field. Now is that guy covering, but you can also blitz with him. He can chase down the quarterback and force 4th downs. I love when they bring in the nickel package.
Pulls it in. It's Strickland. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down.
Turning it on. That's reeled in. It's Strickland. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wallace. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't put the thing all the way in.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold.
So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.